Wait, did Dragon Ball really have a secret series that never got made? And why does it actually sound insane? Like, subscribe, and hit that full notification bell.
You know, they say writing a great story is a lot like making a promise with your audience.
They
That
do
in
say that.
exchange for their time and attention, you, the writer, will deliver an ending that will either resonate, captivate, or at the
They do say that. They say when you want to be a good artist, you want to draw your own comic, your own story, you gotta calculate how it gonna start, calculate the chapters, calculate how the chapter gonna fall up to each other, and then you gotta come with a good big conclusion. Depending on how many chapters you got in.
very least be worth it.
That is cheeks. And I can do better, I think.
This impromptu spirit bomb is the most insanely stupid creative choice in the entire franchise.
How?
And it's not because of power scaling or even the fact that they discarded the Mafuba. It's the fact that in addition to never having trained to use the spirit bomb, he has
Wait, he never got trained to use it? Damn. That's crazy. Like, Goku got trained to use some of his power, but never got trained to use Spirit Bomb. So you tell me the Spirit Bomb just came to him. It just came to him out nowhere.
never seen the move and moreover doesn't even know it exists. This
Damn.
would be like walking into a gym for the very first time and accidentally qualifying for shot put. I don't know how to play shot put.
So you're right, you walk in the gym, start working on everything, and you already qualified for the lifting or shot guard, and you never had training up, and you already suddenly you already qualified for it. Dang.
The Olympics in it. Anyway, this is the action climax of the entire arc in the anime, and frustratingly, this wasn't a choice made by Akira Toriyama. If you take a cursory glance at the manga itself for this sequence, it's actually a lot more compelling, and guess what? No Spirit Sword bullshit. And so, to commemorate the 1-year anniversary of Akira Toriyama's passing, I want to do the impossible and figure out a way to retroactively make this scene make sense. And to do so, I will be producing an entire chapter of manga to fix what has been the biggest plot hole in the entire franchise. Or at least I would, if not for one teeny tiny problem.
What?
I have no idea how to fix this. The aim of this video isn't to replace the Spirit Sword, it's to make it work. And to achieve that, I want to write and produce a chapter of manga that can slot in naturally within the Dragon Ball timeline without breaking anything else around it. An event exchange
breaking the timeline or breaking
to make this chicken shit taste like chicken salad, which, you know, might sound simple and straightforward, but it is not. Not only has Trunks never seen the Spirit Bomb, he never had an exchange with Goku about it, and it seems everyone in his timeline who could have the ability to teach him it is either dead or not around, which honestly is kind of a dick move on future King Kai's part. Because of those individuals who can actually teach Trunks extremely rare supply around him, I concluded that any period Trunks spent in Dragon Ball Super and his own timeline in general needs to be taken out of the equation, which left just 2 periods of time for us to slot our chapter into. The first being extremely brief during Trunks' initial meeting with Goku after he kills Frieza and his daddy. He talks to Goku at length during this sequence, but the goal of the conversation was less so Trunks trying to learn something and more so Trunks trying to impart valuable intel to Goku instead. So that's also out. Which leaves us with just one stretch of story to find our perfect spot, and I think you all know what stretch of story I'm talking about.
Wait.
Trunks discovers Android 19's head all the way to him being killed by Cell and his eventual departure.
Wait, Android 19 died? Damn. I didn't start reading some manga, because sometimes the manga of anime can actually be like different than the actual anime show. So it's like the manga can tell you what happened. Then you watch the actual anime show, it be different. Just like when you play a video game and then they make a movie about that video game, then you realize the video game is a little different than the actual movie. Like it got the character and everything in it, but it's too different than what the movie represent of that video game.
Back home. That's about 73 chapters, which would be a lot of reading if any of it was useful, which it kind of isn't. It is staggering how little time Trunks spends with Goku in this arc, let alone talking to him. When he arrives back on the scene in chapter 346 and discovers Android 19's head, Goku has just been taken out of commission by the Heartfire, so that nukes like 20 chapters right off the bat. There are 1 or 2 verbal exchanges Goku and he share, but honestly, it's usually in an effort to explain something important like the time chamber. I can't exactly create a chapter here where Goku says, "Hey Trunks, did you know about the time chamber? Also, would you like to learn the spirit bomb?" It just sounds kind of, forced.
Yeah, he couldn't.
Which is what we're trying to avoid.
It sounds like too
After that, Trunks effectively disappears for another chunk of time, training in the chamber, and then fights Cell, which nukes another chunk of chapters for me to consider. And then, well, that's actually kind of it. All that's left after that is a stretch of chapters from 400 onwards, and at that point, both Trunks and Goku are too busy with Cell or being dead to learn any... Whoa, okay. Wait a second. Trunks is dead. That's perfect. I'm an idiot. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I think I have found the perfect way to retroactively make this spirit.
I forgot Trunks. I forgot. I watched Dragon Ball, but it's been so long since I watched Dragon Ball that I forgot a lot of stuff happened in Dragon Ball. That's the only difference. Like, it's been so long since I watched Dragon Ball Z.
Spirit sword business makes sense. Or at least some sense. So let's make this manga. I wanted this to be a little more ambitious than many of my other projects, and so I hired both a dedicated storyboard artist and a character artist in the hopes that I could produce something a little more polished. However, those were problems for a future me who had the story on paper. And, well, current me didn't have that. Okay, I needed to figure out a story. Due to the nature of most fan rewrites of Dragon Ball focusing, and rightfully so, on the drama and pivotal story beats of their alternate take, a fundamental element of Toriyama's stories is often left out, and I've been criticized for this too. They often leave out the comedy. This is to say that when I sat down to write this script, I wanted to have an appropriate amount of lighthearted dialogue as well as plenty of zany occurrences to counterbalance the seriousness of Trunks who, But fret not, for I have a wacky idea. You see, for an undetermined but still significant amount of time, Trunks is dead towards the end of the Cell arc. In that time, Vegeta does something stupid, Gohan hurts his arm, Goku coaches his son, Vegeta does something smart, Gohan kills Cell, and they all fly back to the Lookout to use the Dragon Balls to, among other things, bring Trunks back to the land of the living.
Cell like one of those creatures that's not hard to kill, but it's going to take a long time to kill. Like, he's not hard to kill, it's just,
Otherworld check-in station.
It takes a long time to kill him.
Otherworld's check-in station is my favorite location in all of Dragon Ball. There's such a wonderfully ethereal and, pardon the pun, otherworldly vibe to that place which always gets hilariously undercut by how boring and bureaucratic the employees up there are. Every soul needs to be judged and processed.
I don't think he did it. But you know what? Even if he did do it, you know what I mean?
To go any further might spoil the fun of the actual experience when you watch it, so let's dive into the production of this bad boy before I share the final story complete with TFS voice acting. Initially, I wanted to try my hand at drawing the pages and panel layouts for this myself. I made it 2 pages in before realizing that this was a terrible idea and is a full-time job for a trained professional and not some YouTuber.
Yeah, right. If for a trained professional, you've been in the game for a long time doing like, you've been in the game doing manga, comic books, and making books, right? You already know how to do it.
Who wants to do this as a background gig while he's making weekly videos. I am not that skilled, so I contacted someone who was. This is Nick, and he's a professional storyboard artist. Granted, he hadn't worked with Japanese comics and wasn't super familiar with the Dragon Ball manga style, but lucky for him, I am, and he has plenty of the experience that I was lacking. We started working together during the summer of 2024. I would send him the script, divide said script into allotted pages, and he would illustrate what he thought they might look like. From there, I would review the roughs and leave suggestions for any alterations I felt were necessary.
Okay, so here's the first thing that I think would be kind of cool. So one of the things that Toriyama likes to do is he likes to have tall panels when and where he can, because I think it opens up everything quite nicely. I think what could be cool is if you just had a tall image here, like the guy is here, and then him going, and then kind of using the kind of like the trail of the aura to kind of like stretch up the panel. So this guy, tall panel for this panel here. And then you can convey this information through like 2 or 3 panels here, whichever you think would be better.
Once those corrections were applied, we were left with something like this. And this process continued until we had 30 finished, well, sort of pages. But yeah, 30 pages. About 2 weeks worth of chapters for Akira Toriyama.
2 weeks of doing that? It's crazy.
2 weeks. I was working on this project in the background for almost a full year. Toriyama is a mad genius that apparently hates sleep, because I have no idea how he managed to do this practically every single week for over 10 years. That man's a savant. I'm not. What can I say? Let's move on. Now that we had all the layouts and the general composition of panels complete, we could finally get underway with what I thought would be the biggest headache of the entire project, the finished artwork. I've made a few drawing videos on this channel. Okay, maybe more than a few. And if one thing is clear from those, it's that I can produce, halfway decent Dragon Ball art, but it takes me a lifetime to do so. I wanted this video to release on the 1st of March in honor of the legendary Akira Toriyama. That gave me about 4 months, which might seem like plenty of time for 30 pages, but it's not really just 30 pages. It's 30 pages with 143 panels and hundreds of characters and landscapes. And need I remind you,
I'm slow.
In truth, the only artwork I was able to contribute to this project was the initial establishing shot of Otherworld on page 2, the background for Trunks and Gohan on page 29, and the cover art for the chapter itself.
Darn. You was right. You're slow.
I wanted to contribute more, and maybe in the future I will, but for now, there was only one man for the job. Enter Trev. Trev's job was simple. Take his panel layouts and rough character poses and
so you made like
black and white art. We tried to keep it similar to the original art style of Akira Toriyama from this period, but to be honest, in order to get a perfect project, this project would have been finished for March 2030, let alone 2025. Still, I think Trev did a fantastic job overall, and so, with us quickly approaching the finish line for the final artwork, I began to believe that we were almost done. All there was left to do was to give Tyson the finished pages in order to place the speech bubble text, and that's when we discovered I fucked up. You see, the order of operations I took for the dialogue was sort of, let's say, backwards. I had Trev
How you did backwards? How good are you gonna be to mess this shit up? He gave you all the things. He told you how to do it. He gave you every fucking situation. And you going and roll backward. How fucked up do you have to be to write it backward? How fucked do you gotta be?
Draw in the speech bubbles that corresponded with the script, and then appointed Tyson to fill them in. That is backwards. Generally speaking, when drafting up comics like this, there is at least some form of temporary typesetting plopped into the pages, so that the final line artist can come up and arrange speech bubbles that fit the needed text. But since we did it the other way around, well, none of the speech bubbles fit the text at all. Some of them were way too big, some way too small, and some were composed of shapes that looked very cool but were not suited for English text. Stuff like this bad boy, of which I assure you there is no good, elegant way to fit this text in. Or even small things like this panel that was tilted. Tilted panels mean tilted text, which ends up looking very out of place, unless the text was supposed to feel unhinged narratively, which this line wasn't. To fix the problem I created, we began by typesetting the entire chapter with temporary text, and highlighting changes that could be made to the bubbles to better suit the dialogue. Once done, I sent that version over to Trev, who took to altering probably half the speech bubbles in the entire chapter. I'm sorry, Trev, thank you for being super fast. We are finally free to place all the text into the brand new tailored bubbles with some minor final processing to help it look more like an official final product. And by minor, I mean several hours of meticulous photoshopping. All that remained was for Trev to fill in the blacks, and finally we were done. And so, I present my fix for Dragon Ball's most annoying plot hole, the spirit of Trunks.
All anyone can do is look on in utter shock and horror. Trunks has fallen, and it seems Goku sacrificed himself for nothing.
Okay.
We're all familiar with how that story ends. This, however, is the story of Trunks and the future he still wishes to protect.
Hold up.
No, there's no way!
It can't be!
Is this a joke?
Man, this sucks. Emma's first day off in 10 millennia, and I'm the sucker who gets stuck with the dirty work. Huh? Well, you're a good soul, at least. Lord Enma, what do you do if there's no info on a soul?
What are you talking about? That's impossible! About Gohan's arm!
It's over!
Damn, you made me miss it! Look, just use this. The soul hasn't been processed yet, so this will restore their body long enough to get some answers.
Where's this going there?
Where am I? When am I?
The answers to the questions you no doubt have should be found here. But first, what's your name?
Trunks.
And where were you born?
West City.
Bingo! Let's see here. Trunks, West City, Earth, 1 year old.
This gotta be a lot of work. Cause I wouldn't be able to be doing this. Like, I can draw a character, but when it comes to a manga for anime character and put it into like a comic like this, I couldn't even do something like this. I wouldn't even do it. Like,
Yo, Ench, okay lang I don't wear my hard hat today, yeah? It's gonna mess up my hair kasi. O, ano yung nagawa mo? I'm making patuyulan the cemento. It's so tagal kasi to dry eh. Yo, keep the cement, gagi. It's low-key trash. You need to kuha some of that polymer type shit para like sort the cement. And like, kuha some primer on this rebar para to block the rust.
and it probably wouldn't be good enough to be in a comic or a manga book.
I'm live? Suddenly this is way more complicated.
You don't understand. I can't be here. Everyone is counting on me. I have a job to do.
A job, eh? Well, that checks out. I did think you were tall for a 1-year-old. What's the last thing you remember?
1 year.
Goku saved us. He gave up his life to stop. And then Cell came back. And now I'm here, dead.
Hey, guys, look! It's Trunks! Whoa, no way! How'd you get here? Cell killed him, dummy. No, I mean, shouldn't he be in his own timeline's other world? You know, in the future. The future? Yes, keep up. Cell's back and he's about to kill Gohan.
Wait. Wait.
Wait, what did Gohan say? I don't know, it's super quiet. He must be talking to himself.
No, that must be Goku. I bet he teleported Cell to Kaio's place before he died. Poor Kaio, he could never catch a break after Goku ran there.
Wait, Goku's here?
Yeah, most likely. He didn't pass through today, and the last time he died, he got to keep his body for Snake Way. First person to reach the end, since the great King Enma, in fact.
Psh, I
When
wonder
did
if
Goku
things have
even
reached
get
the end
there?
now. But no matter how many do it, there can only be one first.
Didn't those Earthlings do it much faster than you two, sir?
That's it.
Nah, y'all gonna think the TV is broken.
You did it, Gohan!
Too close for my liking, but he is your son after all.
Kaio!
Hello, Enma? Why, yes, as a matter of fact, he is... Oh, I see.
Something up, Kaio?
King Enma says he needs you at the Earth's check-in station right now. It seems something terrible has happened.
What?
What? No way. You don't think it's him, do you?
Son Goku, something tragic has taken place. You're the only one with the power to help us. Our TV broke. Can you tell us how the Cell games ended?
Oh my God!
Spoilers!
This is what you called
It's
me
okay,
before?
Bubbles. False alarm.
Oh my
For
God!
some of you judges' souls, you'd
How
think they'd
dumb
read the
you
room
gotta
better.
be!
But who am I to talk?
You
I
tell
didn't exactly-
me, you call me to teleport the official fucking TV. Oh my fucking Lord. How stupid are you?
Choose the most considerate pupil. My car! It's a miracle! Our home might be gone, but I still have my baby. Quickly, Bubbles!
Wait, this can't be the end. Where's the rest of it?
Would you watch where you're going? I've had enough of my things destroyed today, thank you!
Wait, are you Kaio?
What's left of me, at least. As of a few good minutes ago, I experienced a thorough exploding at the hands of Cell. By the look on your face, it seems you're here to get something off your chest. No, it seems like somebody else helped you with that already. Jeez, tough crowd. Talk about a dead audience.
Sorry, I was told Goku would be here. Where is he?
Judging by the look of it, seeing to the trouble you started, how did you get here anyway?
The trouble I started? No, there has to be some way I can help without making things worse. I have to do something.
Help? With what?
Goku came here to train for the fight against my father. Please tell me what you taught him.
Well, certainly not any of my manners, that's for sure. I taught him this. How to harness the power that resides all around us. His allies, all living creatures, big and small.
I've never felt anything like this. The energy, it feels different.
Clip-on!
I know it! Wait, what?
I never learned how to tie a tie! Look at it! Look at it! Glut your eyes upon my accursed shame! Sure felt good to get that off my chest.
This is the Genki Dama, and I'll tell ya, your father did not like it.
It's incredible. That's it.
No, that's just your power. You're focusing too much on your own mind. You're relying too much on your own strength. You need to let go and look outside yourself.
No.
Look outside myself.
Outside.
Right. Around me.
Oh.
That's it. Just calm your mind and feel it. Trust that the power will be there.
I had no idea attacks like that even existed.
You'd be surprised what goes unnoticed.
There's gotta be a way I can use...
I think that kid might be even more hot-wired than his dad. At least nobody else can drop it
more
on me. Now that I've
psycho
run out of stuff
and
to
more
break.
confused.
And thanks to Vegeta, Gohan was able to let loose everything he had. Cell's bacon was cooked.
That's incredible. I knew Gohan could do it. I'm still mad you healed Cell. Huh? I got the TV working again. Looks like they're making a wish or something.
Alright, yeah, thank you very much. Yep, yep. I'm sure you were a good person. Yeah, we all make mistakes.
Oh, by the way, Enma, another one of those clouds I couldn't identify showed up. Should I bring this one's body back too?
Absolutely not! Give me that list!